Now, it's my privilege to introduce our speaker for today. Graduated summa cum laude at Lyceum of the Philippines, Laguna, ranked 12th in the Philippine Licensure Examination for CPAs, a Senior Audit Associate at Deloitte Asia Pacific, a co-author in the book Auditing and Assurance Services, Theory and Principles 2020 edition, and a CPA reviewer who handled CPA review classes in advanced financial accounting and reporting and management advisory services. He is also awarded as one of the Makabagong Rizal of the Philippine Center for Gifted Education and an Audit and Assurance Associate with engagement experience in the life insurance, banking, pre-need, consumer goods, and entertainment industries. Formerly, he was the vice president of JPIA in their local chapter, a debate champion, awarded as the best speaker and best debater. Lastly, he was assigned as a senior associate for an 8-month secondment in Deloitte, Cambodia. JPIAns, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Rein Ronald C. Bercasio.
Hello, everyone. Our topic for today would be the accountancy profession, practice and regulation. So yung relevant reference natin for this one is RA 9298 or yung Philippine Accountancy Act of 2004. So ito yung napili kong topic kasi alam ko na today maraming kasama dito sa event na ito na CPA aspirants, di ba? So ano pa yung magandang topic na pag-usapan today? Okay, other than the accountancy profession. So, yan. So, ngayon, pag-uusapan natin yung CPA journey mo. Okay, so yan. So, again, I am Rein Ronald Bercasio, Senior Audit Associate. So, yan, of Deloitte Asia Pacific. So, before we begin, ito yung maganda kong i-share sa inyo. Kasi, di ba, parang pag binasa mo, the accountancy profession, practice and regulation, sir, parang ang heavy ng topic natin for today, no? So, sige, edi ang una nating pag-usapan is, what is accountancy? Di ba? So, yan. So, ayan. So, dito sa term na to, pag nababanggit yung term na to, more often than not, di ba? We hear a lot of associations to this term, di ba? I'm sure yung iba sa inyo narinig na to, di ba? Pag nabanggit yung term na accountancy, di ba? Marami kayong naririnig about that, di ba? Kasi minsan ang hirap din talagang sagutin nung tanong what is really accountancy, di ba? So right now, I have summarized some common associations kapag nababanggit yung term na accountancy, no? So yan, pakita ko sa inyo. So una na diyan, di ba? So ito, narinig ko din to before I entered accountancy. So yan, makikita nyo may mga mathematical formulas diyan, di ba? Sabi nung iba, kapag daw accountancy, yan, magaling yan sa math. Is very good with numbers. Yan. Ang galing mo sa math, ang taas mo sa mathematics. Mag-accountancy ka. 'Di ba? So that's one. Tapos ano pa, 'di ba? Ito I think naririnig din natin 'to, malimit, 'di ba? Sabi nila, our profession is very lucrative but effortless. Paano kaya nangyari 'yun? Kasi daw pirma-pirma lang, yaman agad, 'di ba? So I mean, but these are just common associations to the term accountancy, especially dito sa atin, no? So ano pa? 'Di ba? Ano pa? Pag nababanggit yung term na accountancy, malimit, okay? It's also being associated sometimes to graphs, to endless worksheets, to spreadsheets, to numbers, and to analysis. Di ba? And then, lastly, syempre, okay, taga-bilang ng pera. Di ba? So yan, ano? But, what does a CPA really do? Okay? Are we just really bound by numbers? Is our profession all about numbers? Okay? To answer that, okay, our profession is really a beautiful one because it goes beyond the numbers. Ayan. So I would like to present to you the importance of the role of CPAs. So yun. So accounting is no doubt the universal language of business and figure. And because we as CPAs speak that language, that defines the relevance of our profession. So ayan, present ko sa inyo. CPAs play a vital role in the overall business and economic environment. Almost every organization, no matter how big or small, has this has this basic function, which is accounting. So bakit siya important? Why? Because in the business world, what defines the art of business? Okay, we can actually say that doing business, okay, depends is an art of decision making, 'di ba? Okay, because every day we make a lot of decisions, especially in the business world, no? Ayan. So, yan, especially with, ayan, may chat tayo, di ba? So, yeah, it really goes beyond numbers, tama yan. So, yan. So, CPAs play a vital role in the overall business and economic environment. Ayan. So, bakit? Bakit po, sir? Because what really defines us is our ability to tell the story behind what the numbers are showing. So, yan. So, that defines our relevance as professionals. Ayan. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga earlier, yung art of doing business, it's the art of decision making. And for us to be able, or for businesses or entrepreneurs to be able to make sound business decision, it should be grounded on what? On accurate and reliable financial information. And that is where we come in. Diba? That is where we CPAs come in. And of course, as the business landscape continuously advance, so does the CPA role become even more and more relevant. Kung kaya naman, itong accountancy, it is treated as a what? It is treated as a profession. Ayan. So ayan, sir, ano nga ba talaga po yung formal definition ng profession? Ayan, sige. So, a profession, it is a vocation. Ayan. So, yan yung occupation mo that you think is best suited for you. Di ba? So, right now, yan. Ano? So, later on, when you are accepted formally as part of the accountancy profession, accountancy will become your vocation. Di ba? So, ano pa, sir? Also, okay, also, a profession is founded upon specialized educational training, di ba? So yan yung ginagawa natin sa ating schools. And of course, when you're already a professional, through your continuing professional development or CPD. So yan, di ba? So we have specialized knowledge in accounting and auditing as well. So yan, ano pa? It is intended to supply objective counsel and service to others. Ayan, meron tayong mga clients, meron tayong sineserve. So mamaya, i-mention ko din yung pinaka-importante na sineserve natin. And then, it is for a direct and definite compensation apart from expectation of other gain. So, syempre, of course, it's a hanap buhay. Di ba? So, yan. So, yan. So, formally, na-define natin yung profession. Pero, sir, ano ba yung mga general characteristics ng isang profession? Okay, so mention natin. Doon naman tayo sa right side. So, a profession, okay, entails mastery of a particular intellectual skill acquired by training and education. Tingnan mo, di ba? Related yung definition. Siyempre, dun sa characteristic. Dun sa definition natin on the left side, it is founded upon specialized educational training. Kung kaya naman, okay, talagang ang isang profession, characterize yan ng mastery natin. And in the case of the accountancy profession, our mastery of accounting and auditing concepts. Tama? Ayan, ayan. Sige. Next, we also have adherence by its members to a common code of values and conduct. Di ba? So here in our country, so that would be our code of ethics for professional accountants. Di ba? So right now, ang ginagamit natin is yung IFAC 2018 Handbook. Okay? So yan. Next, okay. Yan na. Ito yung nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina, di ba? It is intended to supply. Pag pumunta ka dun sa left side, di ba? Yung third bullet, it is intended to supply objective counsel and service to others, especially our acceptance of a duty to society. Because our work as accountants, okay, okay, whatever it may be, okay, it will benefit others, di ba? Because we are helping them, di ba, achieve their business objectives and other goals. Yan, other goals. So yan. So yan. So na formally we have already defined or we have now a shared knowledge of the topic for today, yung ating accountancy profession. Ayan. So 'di ba? So naiengganyo ka na ba na parang nasusuportahan na ba yung decision mo to take up accountancy, di ba? So it's really a beautiful profession, di ba? So yan. Kung kaya naman, since it's a profession, di ba? Dapat lang talaga that there should be a regulation of this profession, di ba? Ayan. So yan, ito na. Papasok na natin yung ating um, main or meat of our discussion for today. And that is the regulation of the accountancy profession. So in this slide, I will present to you the timeline. Okay, the timeline of the different regulations. Okay, okay, across different years, which guided our profession. So yeah, unang-una dyan, nagsimula yan 1923. O, di ba? So, accounting was legally recognized as a profession in the Philippines when Act number 3105 on March 17, 1923 was approved by the 6th Philippines Legislature. Ayan. And then after that one, so nabago ulit siya going to 1967. Ayan. So, okay. So, ayan. The Accountancy Act of 1967 or RA 5166. Pagkatapos nun, yan, 1975, Marcos yan. So, PD number 692. So, yeah, presidential decree. Di ba? Okay, approved May 5, 1975. And then, of course, yung current na pag-uusapan natin today, which is our reference for the discussion today, and that would be our Philippine Accountancy Act of 2004 or Republic Act number 9298. Okay? So, next. Next slide. So, yan yung main reference natin ha, mga kapatid, mga JPIAns. Okay? So, now, let's proceed. Regulation of the accountancy profession. Objectives, no? Objectives. Sir, ano ba yung objectives ng batas natin, which is yung RA 9298? Okay? So, ito, you don't have to memorize this. Okay? You don't have to really put it in numbers. Bakit po, sir? Bakit po? Kasi, okay, yung objectives ng RA 9298 is actually your CPA journey. Di ba? It's actually your CPA journey. Tingnan mo. Okay, tandaan mo. Yung objectives na nakalagay dun sa RA, yung objectives ng RA 9298, tatlo 'yon. Okay? And dun mo makikita dun sa tatlo na 'yon, yun yung iyong what? CPA journey. O, tingnan mo ha. Unang-una dyan. First and foremost. Okay. Number one, the standardization and regulation of accounting education. O, di ba? Kakasimula pa lang, di ba? You are still inside the academe, undergraduate, di ba? Nag-go-govern na agad yung RA 9298 sa pag-aaral mo pa lamang. Di ba? So of course. Oh. After that, so you have gained your relevant accounting education. What's next? The examination for registration of certified public accountants, no? So currently, ayan, postponed, no, because of the pandemic. So ayan. So pero yun yung second objective niya, di ba? So di ba, from education pupunta sa examination, and then of course, once you get formally part of the accountancy profession, di ba? Lastly is the supervision and control and regulation of the practice, di ba? Isa ka ng ganap na CPA. Congratulations, di ba? Ayan. So, itong tatlong objectives na to, ang question ko sa inyo, sino kaya or who has the primary duty to effectively enforce or implement the provisions of RA 9298? Sige nga, knowledge check tayo. Sige, knowledge check tayo. So on my next slide, it's a knowledge check. So JPIAns or officers, are they able to use their Zoom annotate function for them to be able to denote their answers? Would that be possible? No. If it's not, it's fine as well. Possible kaya mag-annotate? Okay. Sige. Kahit kung hindi man, it's fine din naman. Okay. So sige. So that's knowledge check number 1. Which organization has the primary duty to effectively enforce or implement the provisions of RA 9298? Okay? So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Sige nga. Knowledge check tayo, guys. Ayan, diba? May progress bar pa sa taas, diba? So after that, sagutan natin. Ayan, tapos na, 10 seconds, no? So ang sagot dyan, okay, let's look at the chat box. Uy, may mga sumasagot, diba? So, ayan, yan, ang dami. Ayan, pwede, pwede. So, mukhang I'm looking at the chat box right now. Karamihan sa sagot ay letter C. Ayan. So, tama kayo dyan. You're correct. Okay? Because both the Professional Regulatory Board of Accountancy, sir, ano yan? Later pag-usapan natin. No? And the Professional Regulation Commission, okay, have the primary duty to effectively enforce or implement the provisions of the Accountancy Act of 2004. Ayan, okay? So, yan, very good. Next, okay, next. Next would be, okay, the scope of practice, no? So, the scope of practice. So, ayan, sige. Thank you very much for all the attendees. So, right now, we are already 1:31. May I request those who are not presenting or those who are not speaking to unmute themselves? Thank you very much. Ayan, salamat, salamat po. Ayan, sige. So, scope of practice. So, under RA 9298, okay, yung scope of practice, these are also known as sectors. Okay? They are also known as sectors. Okay? So, yan. Pag nakita mo siya sa CPA board exam, tapos nakita mo yung term na sectors, ito rin yung mine-mention niya sa scope of practice. Okay? So, ano yun? Okay, sige, isa-isahin natin. Number one would be commerce and industry. Okay, so commerce and industry. So, ito, similar dun sa objectives. Huwag mo rin sa uluhin. Sir, bakit po? Just think about your CPA dream jobs. Di ba? Where do you want to be after you become a CPA? O yan. So, ito lang yan. Yun yung scope of practice. So, would you like to be part of of CPAs who are in commerce and industry? So, yan. So, nandyan yung mga CPAs who are working on different business organizations across various industries, maaring sa consumer goods, pwede rin naman nasa banking sila, life insurance, telecommunication, and the list goes on and on. 'Di ba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, our role as CPAs, okay, play a very relevant role in where? Okay, it plays a very relevant role in the business environment. Kaya naman, kapag nasa commerce and industry, for sure, may mga CPAs dyan. Okay? So, yan. Tapos, ni-mention ko din dyan, employer and employee relationship. Correct? No? Kasi, si CPA, okay, it is being employed. Okay? So, employee si CPA ng isang organization kung saan nagre-render siya ng services niya. Ayun. So, yan. Employer-employee relationship. So, yan. Okay. Baka yung iba sa inyo, that is their goal after becoming officially a certified public accountant, which is to join, let's say, various companies or entities or organizations, okay, and then they want like to be part of those organizations kasi, ayun, gusto rin nila yung goals ng organization na yun. So, they want to be there. Ayan. So, marami tayong friends dyan in the commerce and industry. Next, of course, di ba? Education or academe. Di ba? So, yan, nandyan ang ating mga beloved professors. So, dito sa practice na to, dito sa sector na ito, dyan papatak yung ating mga accountancy professors, no? So, if ever there are accountancy professors here right now in our room, sir, ma'am, maraming salamat po. Okay, thank you very much, no? We really appreciate all of your efforts in promoting high quality education to all of our students, no? Ayan, 'di ba? So education or academe, pwede ka rin diyan, 'di ba? Magtuturo ka. Tapos, ayan, nakalagay ko nga diyan, teacher-student relationship. Okay. All right. Next. So we also have practice in the government. Ayan. So yan naman, ito almost similar na siya, no? Almost similar siya dun sa commerce and industry. Meron ding employer-employee relationship. Kaya lang, anong naiiba? Of course, ang employer mo would be the government, the Philippine government. So yan. So meron ding employer-employee relationship. So saan yan? Oh, and then we have the Bureau of Internal Revenue, 'di ba? Pwede rin sa so of course BIR, tapos of course commission and audit, 'di ba? Yan. So yan, yan yung mga practice natin sa government. And then of course, last but not the least, nandyan yung public accountancy. Ayan, ayan. So ito, mamaya pag-usapan natin 'to. Kasi yung for me, personally, on a personal note, um, public accountancy is really a good starting point for CPA professionals like you. Okay, so when you are starting out your journey as CPAs, Ako, I believe that the public accountancy is really a good starting point, okay, for your career as a CPA. Kasi why? Why? Because the public accountancy or the public practice is going to give you the environment wherein you are going to grow exponentially. To grow exponentially because you are going to be involved in various engagements, okay, in various audits, yan, mga ganyan, auditing and assurance services, and then in just a short period of time, you have already accumulated technical expertise and knowledge across various industries or companies, yun, in just a short period of time. Yan, di ba? So yan, public accountancy. Okay. So now, let's have a knowledge check. So ito, yung knowledge check ko, related siya sa commerce and industry. Requirement to ng RA 9298. O yan ha, ready yung mga chat boxes natin ha. O, I will read the question. Under RA 9298, when will an accounting position or role be required to be occupied by a duly registered CPA? Okay, so letter A, when the business has a paid up capital of more than 5 million pesos. Letter B, when the business has an annual revenue of at least 10 million pesos, or either A or B. And then, pwede rin naman, answer not provided. So, I'll give you 10 seconds ulit. Ay, ayan. So, I'll give you 10 seconds, guys. Tingnan nga natin yung chat box. Ay, hindi ko ma-view yung chat box. Ba't kaya? Hi, everyone. What do you think is the answer? So, sabi ng iba, letter C. O, karamihan, letter C. O, yan. Meron din D. Answer not provided raw. O, what else? O, C ulit. No? C ulit. Letter D daw. Ayan, no? Umuulan na yung answers natin. Thank you very much for your participation, guys. So, currently, we're already 135 in this room. Ayan, no? Sige. But actually, the correct answer is letter B. Okay? B only. Why? Because, anong po, sir, nagpamali? Okay, dun sa letter A. Muntik na sana siyang tumama eh. Okay, kaya lang, sabi dun sa batas, okay, when the business has a paid up capital of at least 5 million pesos. Ayan. So ito, wag rin don't fall also in the tendency of memorization. Ganto na lang. Okay? Kapag ka para mabilis mo siyang ma-memorize, tandaan mo yung dalawa mong titingnan. Okay? Una, titingin ka sa balance sheet or statement of financial position dun sa bandang baba. Tingnan mo yung paid up capital. Okay, yung share capital ni company. Tapos, 5 million. O, yung position, yung accounting position or role, okay, should be occupied by a duly registered CPA. O, saan ka pa pwedeng tumingin? Punta ka naman kay income statement, di ba? Or statement of comprehensive income. Dun ka sa top line figure, di ba? Annual revenue, 10 million pesos. Okay, and above. So, yun. So, dapat, okay, the position or accounting position or role should be occupied by a duly registered CPA. Okay? Next, ito pa, knowledge check ulit. I'll give you another 10 seconds, di ba? Which statement is true when the BSA program is being offered in a college with other business courses? O halimbawa, CBA, College of Business and Accountancy. Okay, 10 seconds, guys. Okay, check na natin yung chat box. Okay, meron na tayong sagot. B, letter B. Okay. Okay. So, ayan. Time's up. Okay. Tama kayo dyan. So, the correct answer is letter B. The department chair or its equivalent must be a duly registered CPA. Sir, bakit mali po yung letter A? The dean must be a duly registered CPA. Kasi College of Business and Accountancy naman siya. Hindi naman exclusively BS Accountancy degree lang yung ino-offer ng college. So, maaari meron din siyang business administration courses, yan, mga ganyan, operations management, and other business-related degrees. Di ba? So, if that is the case, halimbawa, College of Business and Accountancy siya, yan, ako, I am from the College of Business and Accountancy of LPU Laguna, okay, hindi naman required na yung dean is a duly registered CPA. Pero ang requirement is yung letter B, the department chair, or its equivalent, must be a duly registered CPA. Okay? So, next. Thank you guys for the participation. Now, okay. Ito, di ba? Na-mention ko earlier. So, isa sila sa mga may primary duty, okay, together with the PRC, okay, together with PRC, Okay, they have the primary duty to enforce the provisions of RA 9298. At sino yon? Okay, it's none other than the Professional Regulatory Board of Accountancy. O yan, so pinakita ko pa sa inyo dyan yung pictures nila. So that is from prc.gov.ph. O yan, di ba? So yan, familiarize there. Okay, okay, familiar na natin, no? So yan, based on that picture or snapshot, di ba, we can really infer that BOA is composed of a chairman and 6 members. So among the members, a vice chairman is elected. So the 4 sectors shall, as much as possible, be equitably presented in the board. Ayan. So sir, paano po nagiging member ng board? Sir, paano po mapabilang, okay, dun sa board of accountancy? 'Di ba? So meron tayong tinatawag na appointment process. Okay. Ako nung undergraduate ako and until now, yung memory aid ko lang dun sa appointment process diyan, 531. Sir, bakit po 531? Okay, kasi yun yung appointment process. Bakit sir? Oh, from number 5. Oh, di ko na nilagay sa slide. 5, 'di ba? There would be 5 what? 5 nominees, 'di ba? So 5 nominees ni PICPA, okay? Ni Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants because PICPA is considered our accredited professional organization. So ang gagawin ni PICPA, magre-recommend siya ng 5. Okay? Magno-nominate siya ng 5. And then kanino niya ibibigay yung listahan na 'yon? Ibibigay niya yung listahan na 'yon kanino? Kay PRC, 'di ba? Kay PRC. So from 5, si PRC magiging 3 na lang 'yon. So magtatanggal si PRC ng 2. Okay. So yung mga 'yon, yung 3 na 'yon, ire-recommend na nila 'yon mamaya. Okay. Ire-recommend nila 'yon kay kanino? Kay President of the Philippines. Okay? Ayun. And then si President, okay, i-appoint niya na, okay, from that list of 3, okay, 3 recommendees, 'di ba? Mag-a-appoint siya ng isang member or chairman of the Board of Accountancy. O yun, so pag 531. Okay, 531 para hindi lang natin makalimutan. Ayan, so 531. Okay. So next, okay. Pero sir, para ako ma-qualify as a member of the board, okay, ano po yung requirements? Okay. So para matutunan natin yan, let's have another knowledge check. Okay, so ito. Knowledge check. Okay, bigyan ulit kita ng 10 seconds ha. Which of the following qualifications shall a member of the board possess at the time of his or her appointment? Ayun. Okay, tingnan nga natin yung chat box. Naglo-load pa. Wait lang po. Hindi ko ma-view yung chat box. Do we have answers? Ayan, yan. Okay. Mukhang karamihan ng answers natin ay letter Bravo. Diba? Parang karamihan letter B. Okay. Okay. Ano ba yung letter B? So ano ang pulso ng JPIAns? Letter B raw. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4 only. Okay. So, but actually, the correct answer, guys, is letter what? Letter, isa-isahin natin. Number 1, must be a natural-born citizen and a resident of the Philippines. That is correct. Okay. Number 2, must be a duly registered certified public accountant with at least 10 years of work experience, tama, in public practice. Yun yung nagpamali dun sa statement. Kasi, okay, hindi naman requirement na public practice yung sector na meron siyang 10 years of work experience. Of course, why? 'Di ba? Why? Because you are going to be part of the Professional Professional Regulatory Board of Accountancy. So as much as possible, dapat merong equal representation yung 4 sectors, di ba? So kung kaya naman, any sector. Okay? Any sector of the accountancy profession. So yung number 2, X na yan. Okay. Number 3, must be of good moral character and must not have been convicted of crimes involving moral turpitude. That is correct. Number 4, must not have any pecuniary interest, okay, in any educational institution conferring an academic degree necessary for admission to the practice of accountancy or where review classes, yan, mga review schools natin, in preparation for the licensure examination are being offered or conducted. So that is also correct. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba? Di ba na-discuss natin yung 3 objectives, 'di ba? Education, examination, tsaka practice, 'di ba? So, of course, magkakaroon ng conflict of interest, di ba? If ikaw yung examiner, tapos associated ka to a particular educational institution or review center. Tama? Ayun, so yan. So tama yan, number 4. Number 5, must be a director or officer of the APO at the time of his appointment. So that is not correct. 'Di ba? So our answer is letter C. Sir, bakit yung number 5? O 'di ba? 531, 531, 531, 'di ba? Sino yung naglilista nung sa 5? 'Di ba? Si Apo or Pikpa. So parang hindi siya meron na namang conflict of meron na namang undue influence or influence kapag part ka nung Pikpa and then you would like to become a member of the board. Okay? So in order for number 5 to be correct, must not, okay, 'di ba? Must not be a director or officer of the APO at the time of his appointment. Okay? Ayan. So next, pag-usapan natin. Sir, bakit nga ba may BOA? 'Di ba? So what are the powers and functions of the Board of Accountancy? Siyempre, 'di ba? So if there's a law, hello? Yes po. So, 'di ba? So may batas, okay. Someone should enforce the law. So yan. So nakalagay dun sa RA 9298 natin yung specific powers and functions of the board. So unang-una na diyan to prescribe and adopt the rules and regulations to carry out the act. Ayan, syempre, 'di ba? So yan yung general nila, okay? Tapos ito, ginroup ko naman yung other powers and functions niya dito sa first box, okay? Sir, bakit niyo siya pinagsama-sama? Kasi I think and I believe that itong mga powers and functions na to are related to, okay, the regulation of the practice of accountancy. Una-una na diyan, registration, licensure and practice, 'di ba? Tapos yung administration of oath takings, yung pag-issue ng certificate of registration, and of course, all the related suspension, revocation, or reinstatement of that certificate. Okay, so nandyan din yung seal, adoption of an official seal of BOA. And then, prescription or adoption of a code of ethics. And of course, they should also monitor the conditions and adopt measures accordingly. And of course, part din nito sa practice natin to conduct an oversight of audit quality. Because audit quality is one of the hallmarks of our audit profession. 'Di ba? Kaya nagtitiwala ang public, okay, to the work that we have done. Okay? Because they know that they can trust, okay, and they can put their confidence in our profession. 'Di ba? So yan. So tapos meron pa akong ginawa ulit, isa pang box ulit. O yan, okay. Ito naman related sa violations, 'di ba? So part 'yan ng enforcement ng law. Okay? So i-investigate ni BOA yung mga violations and then pwede rin silang mag-issue ng summons. Ano pa? They could also issue a cease or desist order to violators. And then of course, punishment. So yan yung control, 'di ba? Yan yung control, 'di ba? Para ma-preserve yung integrity ng ating profession. Ayan. And then another box that I have in here, okay? Kasi when you read the RA 9298, mahaba talaga yung powers and functions of the board. Yan, ganyan. So I have presented it here, okay, by groups. So para mas madali nating ma-capture. So ito namang box na to, itong 1 to 4th box is our powers and functions that are related to the accounting education. Okay, basahin natin. Okay, to prepare, adopt, issue, or amend the syllabus or syllabi of the subjects for examination. O yan ha. Ako, suggestion ko sa inyo, as early as now, download nyo na. Download nyo na yung proposed syllabus for licensure examination for certified public accountants. So currently, we have the proposed, proposed pa lang, okay, and it will become effective October 2022. Okay, October 2022. So 2 years from now pa. Ayan, so yan. Okay, so more likely, or if you plan to take the board examination during that time, so yun yung magiging guide mo or inventory of topics mo that you need to gain mastery in order to pass the licensure exam. Ayan. And of course, yun naman, meron din silang power to ensure that all higher accounting educational institution comply with the policies, standards, and requirements, di ba? Marirelate mo din to kanina dun sa objectives, di ba? Yung tatlong objectives, ano nga ulit yon? Education, examination, and practice of accountancy, di ba? So itong 4th box, marirelate mo siya dun sa education. And then, of course, nilagyan din nila sa dulo. Okay, pag binasa mo yung RA, nilagyan din nila sa dulo ng catch-all. Okay, to exercise such other powers as may be provided by law which are necessary or incidental to the carrying out of the express powers granted to the board to achieve the objectives and purposes. Ayan. Okay. So now, okay, um, another knowledge check, no? Knowledge check ulit tayo. O, di ba? Puro knowledge check tayo. Something related to BOA again. So, na-discuss na natin yung powers and function. Let's have another knowledge check. Okay. Which of the following qualifications shall a member of the board possess at the time of his or her appointment? O, napag-usapan na natin yung appointment process, ha? 531. Okay, 531. Huwag kakalimutan. 531. Okay, sige. O, next. Okay, I will give you 10 seconds to answer. Ayan. Tingnan nga natin kung ano yung mga sagot. Hindi ko ma-open yung chat box. Ay, I think we have already answered this one. Sorry, sorry. 'Di ba? The answer is letter C. Sorry. Sige, next tayo. Ayan. Okay. So the following, sorry the following are the grounds for suspension or removal of members of the board. Except, yun pala. Yun pala yung next knowledge check natin. That relates to the suspension or removal of the members of the board. Okay. Pero question ko sa inyo, bago natin to simulan, okay, who has the power, okay, to suspend or remove the member of the board? Okay. So yan, marirelate mo din siya dun sa appointment process. O sino nag-appoint? Si President, di ba? Si President of the Philippines. So kung sino yung nag-appoint, siya din yung pwedeng mag-suspend or remove. Okay? So let's answer and proceed to this question. Okay. Game. 10 seconds. All right. Progress bar is moving. Let's see, let's see. Ooh, dami nating participation. Nice, nice. C, 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 C. Di ba? CB o C, C, B. Di ba? C, C, C. Ayan. Alright. So, tama kayo dyan. Tama ang pulso ng bayan. Thank you, JPIAns, for your answers. So, the correct answer is letter, what? Letter C. Okay? Bakit po, sir? Ano pong nagpamali kay letter C? Kasi accusation pa lang. Di ba? Ang sabi dun sa RA 9298, it should be a final judgment of crimes involving moral turpitude. So, yung letter A, B, and D, those are all correct. Okay? Ayan. So, next. Ay, tumigil pala yung progress chart. Ay, progress bar. Alright. Next. Ayan. Sige. Now, let us move to the second section of our discussion for today. So, dyan papasok yung examination, registration, and licensure. Ayan. So, I hope madaming nakaka-relate, no? Kasi when I was in undergrad, no, nung nasa college ako, ito talaga yung parang defining moment natin, 'di ba? Yung CPA exam, right? So, yan. So, because after that one, okay, formally, you can say that we are part of the accountancy profession. So, let's discuss that, no? Okay. So, bago natin siya i-discuss, minsan mapapatanong ka, 'di ba? Am I ready? 'Di ba? Kaya na ba? Ready na ba ako? Parang ganyan, 'di ba? Parang so ayan diyan mapasok minsan kakabahan tayo, 'di ba? Hala, parang hindi pa nga ata. I think I'm not yet ready. Parang gano'n, no? So I think guys, no, just to share, a much better question to ask ourselves is what? What's a better question? Okay? A better question is, how can I be ready? Okay? Paano ba ako mas magiging handa? Okay? Para sa padating na adversities. O, hindi naman siya adversities ba? I just wanted to relate it to our new slogan, which is sailing through adversities. Di ba? So, by changing the question, it puts our mind into work. Paano nga ba? How can I be ready? Di ba? So ako, if I may share, I have 3 things to share. And that is to aim, to believe, and to claim. Aim. Bakit? Number 1, unang-una, aim. Aim for the dream. Set the goal and reach for the stars. Tatandaan mo, you are boundless, you are limitless. Okay? You are only bounded and limited by what? By the limits that you have set on your own. Okay? So which is why number 1, aim. So iset mo na yung goal, and that is to have those 3 letters at the end of your name. The C, P, and A. Diba? And now, when you know the goal, you should know where you are right now. Diba? So that's my goal. That's my goal. And this is where I am right now. Then you work backwards. Di ba? Di ba yan yung natutunan natin sa financial management natin and cost accounting? Diba? Planning is a backward process. So we set our goals, we set our objectives, and then we work backwards to know how we can get there. Diba? So yan. So from that point, diba? So that's my goal. This is where I am right now. I know the steps that I have to take to get there. Okay. And number two, believe. No? Nakarating ka na dito, guys. Diba? Malayo na yung narating natin. Maniwala lang. Kapit lang. Diba? So, yan. Okay. Of course, it should come from within. And of course, nandito kami to help and guide you always. And then yung last ko na nabanggit na term, claim, 'di ba? So yung claim, madali na 'yon. Susunod na lang 'yon, 'di ba? Okay, ang mahirap na part, hindi man mahirap but yung main, okay? Yung main moment natin as professional would be our journey towards becoming an exemplary professional. Ayan. So, dyan na papasok yung mga priorities natin. So, what our goals and our objectives and where we want to be. Ayan, di ba? Pero, before all that, okay, maganda rin siguro, tanongin natin, am I qualified? Di ba? So, knowledge check, what are the qualifications of applicants for the licensure examination for CPAs? Okay? So, I have a knowledge check. Ang sabi nung tanong, hanapin ang exception. Okay, chat box tayo, 10 seconds. Okay, send your answers. Okay, tingnan nga natin yung chat box. Chat box. A. Okay. A, di ba? Karamihan sa atin, A. Ay, bakit nagtitigil yung progress chart? Ayan. O, A daw. A. D. Meron din nag-D. Okay. So, the correct answer is letter. Tama kayo. Letter A. Okay. Is a natural-born citizen and a resident of the Philippines. Yan yung requirement kapag gusto mo maging member or chairman of the Board of Accountancy. Okay, but for purposes of the Certified Public Accountants examination, okay, to be qualified to take the examination, the applicant must only be a what? A Filipino citizen. Ayan. So, yung letter B, C, and D, those are all correct. Okay, good moral character, BS accountancy degree holder, and has not been convicted of any criminal offense involving moral turpitude. Okay? Next, no? O, pag-usapan naman natin yung susunod. Okay, eto talaga. Yan na. Sir, ano bang iti-take namin sa CPA board exam? 'Di ba earlier I have suggested to you as early as now, download na natin yung syllabus natin or yung ating the syllabus, okay, for the CPA licensure exam plus the table of specifications, 'di ba? Para ma-familiarize mo na what are the items that I have to prepare, what are the items that I have to learn, okay, in order for me to be able to successfully pass the CPA board examination. So ito 'yon. 6 yan. Okay. Unang-una na diyan si AFAR. Okay. Tapos we also have auditing. AFAR is Advanced Financial Accounting and Reporting. And then we have your or auditing. And then FAR, FinAc, di ba? Financial Accounting and Reporting. MAS, Management Advisory Services, di ba? Ang gaganda ng topics natin. And of course, di ba? RFBT, di ba? The law. Ayan. And then, of course, taxation. No? Sir, bakit nakalagay dun sa slide mo, current, no? Current licensure examination. Sir, may nakaraan ba? Yes, meron. No? If you are going to look at RA 9298, hindi ito yung nakalista sa Section 15. Okay? Kasi doon sa Section 15, doon mo mababasa yung scope of examination. Diba? Ang nakalagay pa doon, okay, A to G, 7 subjects. Okay? So, ngayon, current, okay, ilan na lang? Okay, 6. When I took the CPA board exam, 6 din yung tinake ko. Okay, 6 din na subject. So, sir, ano ba yung dati? Dati kasi, yung subjects, theory of accounts. Yung theory of accounts, papasok na yun ngayon sa AFAR and FAR. Yung theory side. O, tapos, meron din, of course, previously, they call it business law and taxation. Okay, so magkasama dati si RFBT and tax. Pero ngayon, okay, maybe because of the relevance that they are seeing in the subjects, di ba? They have decided to split it up. Okay, so yung business law, ngayon, RFBT na. Di ba? Pero hindi lang siya basta RFBT, siya ay RFBT. Sir, bakit? Kasi ang daming nadagdag. Di ba? Okay, next, we also have taxation. Ayan, di ba? Ayan, taxation din yan. Ang dami ring nadagdag. And then, yung management services, ayun, management services pa rin. Pagkatapos, yung current mo ngayon, yung auditing, pinagsama na. Kasi before, hiwalay pa yung auditing theory sa applied auditing or yung auditing problems. But now, pinagsama siya. Okay, under one subject, which is auditing. Okay? So, yan. Tapos, meron din tayong practical accounting problems 1. Ngayon, FAR na siya. So, yung P1 dati, FAR na. Okay? Tapos, yung P2, AFAR. Okay? Alright. So, ayan. Tapos, ayan. Ito, note natin. No? BOA, subject to the approval of PRC, may revise or exclude subjects and their syllabi and add new ones as the need arises. However, the change shall not be more than once every 3 years. So, ayan. Tandaan na lang natin yun. Of course, di ba? Mahirap naman yung babaguhin natin siya from time to time. Di ba? Nagpe-prepare ka pa lang ngayon. Ano ba? Second year accountancy student ka. Tapos, pagpatak mo ng third year, nabago ulit, di ba? Tapos pagpatak mo ng fourth year, nabago na naman, di ba? So, ayun. So, of course, kaya meron ganyang limitations. Di ba? Alright. Now, okay. Sir, ano po ba yung required ratings para po ma-consider ako na passer? O, di ba? Kasi sir, yun po yung goal ko. So, set na natin, di ba? So, yan. Magkaroon tayo ng scenario check. Ito, bigyan kita. Sabay-sabay natin tong sagutan. No? So, mamaya, comment nyo na lang yung sagot. So, the following ratings were obtained by Mr. Jose Protasio Ignacio Abuda. Oh, grabe, di ba? Sino siya? Siya si Mr. JP, di ba? Jose Protasio Ignacio Abuda. An examinee during the October 2019 examination. So, okay, di ba? Na-discuss natin 6 subjects. Oh, ito yung grades niya. Auditing, 98. Wow, di ba? Financial accounting and reporting, 95. Wow, di ba? Advanced Financial Accounting and Reporting, 93. Galing, no? RFBT, 90. Management Advisory Services, 94. Tapos taxation niya, 89. Wow. Diba? So based on the above ratings, Mr. JPIA is considered what? Tingnan nga natin sa chat box. Diba? Correct. Diba? So sabi nung isa, sabi ni Sir George, top-notcher. Diba? Maaari, di ba? Si Pale passer, di ba? Passer, o di ba? Passer, correct, di ba? Tama yan. Passer yan. Sir, bakit mo po? Paano nyo po? Hindi natin ma-define if kung top notcher siya, baka mamaya may 10 nag 100, di ba? I mean, madami naka 100, so we cannot say, but pero yes, no? For purposes of RA 9298, okay, Mr. JPIA is considered a passer. Okay? Sir, bakit? Paano nyo po na-define na siya ay passer? Sir, kasi matataas po yung grade niya, lahat halos line of 9. No. Okay? So, under Section 16, rating in the licensure examination, okay, ayun, naka-define doon yung criteria para ma-consider siya na passer. Okay? Ano yung unang-una doon? Of course, titingnan mo, general average. Ayan. So, makikita mo, general average niya, 93.17. Sir, ano po bang requirement? Di ba? At least 75%. So, di ba? Lagpas-lagpas pa siya. Okay? So, yun. Oh. Tapos, ano pa yung magandang key point dito? Key takeaway dito, guys, general average. Hindi to weighted, no? Yeah, in essence weighted, pero in equal weights sila. So yung 6 na subjects, magkakasing bigat lang 'yun, 'di ba? So yan. So tandaan natin whenever we are preparing for the CPA board exam, 'di ba? All of the subjects have equal weightages. Magkakasing bigat sila. So let us avoid or let us try to avoid the risk na magkaroon tayo nung alam mo yun, yung favoritism, 'di ba? Sometimes kasi we dwell too much or we spend a lot of time to a particular subject because we really like that subject, 'di ba? You also have that. You have those biases, no? Sometimes kasi bias ka talaga pag auditing. Oh, sarap. Ang gusto ko talaga inaaral yung auditing theory, 'di ba? Something like that. And then at the end of the day, we tend to forget other subjects, 'di ba? So yan. So that's a key takeaway. So okay, general average okay of at least 75%. So si Mr. JP ay isang malaking check. Okay. Sir, yun lang po ba? No, that's not the only criteria. May isa pa. Okay? Okay. There should be no grades, okay, in any given subject lower than 65%. So, are there any grades lower than 65% dito? Wow, sir, walang-wala po. 'Di ba? So, let's answer the question. Based on the above ratings, Mr. JPIA is considered what? A sana all examiner. Examinee, 'di ba? Ang galing niya, 'di ba? Ang taas ng grades niya. Congratulations, Mr. JPIA. Okay? Ayan, 'di ba? You have passed the CPA board exam. O, ayan. O, isa pang exercise. O, ito naman. Sino to? The following ratings were obtained by Mr. Regino Fortunato. O si Mr. Region 4 yan. An examinee during the October 2019 exam. O yan. Auditing. Wow, 95. Galing, no? FinApp. Okay. Financial Accounting and Reporting. 90. O, di ba? Advanced Financial Accounting and Reporting. Ayun. Yun. Medyo nagkaroon tayo ng trouble. 74. Regulatory Framework for Business Transactions. Ayun, nako. Nagkaroon din ulit ng trouble, no? 64. Management Advisory Services. Ayun, pumalo, 94. Lakas, di ba? And then taxation. Ayun lang, no? Medyo nagkaroon tayo ng trouble ulit. 72. So based on the above ratings, Mr. Fortunato is considered what? Okay, tingnan nga natin. Conditional, sir. Conditional. Di ba? Madaming nagbabanggit dito. Conditional po. Conditional. Conditional. Okay, ganito. O, i-apply mo muna. Okay, isa-isahin natin. Di ba? Sabi niya, okay, tingnan natin general average. Sir, pasok po, 81.5 siya. Di ba, sir? Ang sabi niyo po earlier, okay, at least 75. Sir, pasok. May isa pang criteria. Ano yung isa pang criteria? Are there any grades lower than 65? Yes. Kasi nag-64 siya. Okay? Nag-64 siya saan? Sa RFBT. Ayun. So, hindi na siya considered passer. Where will Mr. Regino Fortunato fall? Okay. He could either be under the conditional rating or, ayun nga, failed rating. Diba? Sir, paano po malaman yun? Para to check, okay, check mo muna if conditional siya. Sir, paano po yun? Okay, dapat, in the majority of the subjects, he garnered at least 75%. Okay, sir, paano po yung majority? Diba, 6 subjects yan. So, dapat at least 4 out of 6 subjects, naka-75 siya. Bilangin natin. Diba? Bilangin natin. Auditing, 95, that's 1. Diba? Financial Accounting Reporting, 90. Diba? That's 2. Advanced Financial Accounting and Reporting, sayang, no? Isa na lang eh. Hindi siya counted, diba? Kasi 74. Regulatory Framework, hindi rin. Diba? Management Advisory Services, counted, 94. Tatlo. Isa na lang. Kaya lang, taxation eh. 72. No? Sayang. So, yun. So, Mr. Regino Fortunato is considered failed. Ayun. Alright. Next. Sir, tingnan kaya natin. What if si Mr. Regino Fortunato, kinaya niya po na na 75. Okay, sige. For purposes of our discussion, let's have knowledge check number 7A. Di ba? Number 7A. So, yan. So, gawin natin yung AFAR niya, naging 75. So, ngayon, mako-consider na siya na conditional. Di ba? Kasi, bakit, sir? Ganun ulit. Di ba? Yan. Kaya, ayan. General average niya tumaas. Siyempre, 81.67. Kaya lang, may grades lower siya than 65. So, siya? Hindi siya passer, di ba? Tapos, conditional ba siya or failed? Bilangin natin. 95 sa auditing, that's 1. Financial Accounting Reporting, 90, that's 2. Yun, 75, AFAR. Di ba? Pagkatapos, meron pang isa. Management Advisory Services, naka-94 siya. Di ba? So, yan. Dito sa knowledge check number 7A, ito, conditional rating na yung si Mr. Regino Fortunato. Okay? And then, sir, ano pong next steps ko? That candidate shall take an examination in the remaining subjects. So, sino yon? Si RFBT at saka si taxation. Tama? Ayun. Within 2 years from the preceding examination. So, kung nag-exam siya October 2019, di ba, sa screens mo, okay, within 2 years from the preceding examination, okay, ayun, he needs to take up those, he needs to pass on those 2 subjects. Okay, provided, that if the candidate fails to obtain at least a general average of 75% and a rating of at least 65% in each of the subjects re-examined, okay, he or she shall be considered as failed in the entire examination. Ayun. So, ayan. So, di ba, nag-take siya October 2019. So, yung RFBT at saka tax, pwede niya ulit i-take sa susunod. Di ba? Conditional siya. Tapos, dapat, at least yung average niya doon, 75, with no grades lower than 65. Di ba? Ayun. Pag nakapasa na siya doon, di ba? Pag nakapasa na siya doon, yun, makakonsider siyang passer. Pero, kapag hindi naman, doon po lang makakount na failed siya for 1 examination. Ayan. Okay? So, I hope clear. Okay. Marami pang other rules regarding that one, but of course, for purposes of our discussion today, we won't dwell much on that one. Okay, next. Okay, so yan. Registration of certified public accountants. So yan, sir. Sir, ano makukuha ni Mr. JP? Oh, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Eh sir, passer siya eh, 'di ba? Baka nga top notcher pa po. So, the following are the documents given to persons registered as a CPA. So, unang-una na dyan, number one, Certificate of Registration. Sayang, hindi ko na pull out yung COR ko. 'Di ba? So, let's describe it. It somehow looks like a diploma. 'Di ba? It somehow looks like a diploma. That one, a one-pager document. 'Di ba? Ayan. Which is given to the CPA passers and those who are admitted under reciprocity or international agreements. 'Di ba? So yan. So sir, ano pong purpose ng certificate of registration? So the purpose of that is to serve as a primary proof of acceptance in the accountancy profession with lifetime validity. So yun, hindi yun nag-expire. But of course, pwede siyang ma-suspend or ma-revoke, di ba? Ayan, yun yung exceptions. Pero yun nga, general rule, lifetime validity yun. Validity yun, di ba? So pag pumasa ka sa CPA board, ayun, may COR ka, ayan, that's your primary proof na, hey, I'm proudly part of the accountancy profession. O yan. Tapos, additionally, bukod dun sa COR, makakatanggap ka din ng professional identification card. Ayun, sayang nandun yung ID ko. So yon. So ano makikita mo dun sa lisensya mo, 'di ba? It bears your registration number, the date of issuance, and expiry date. So sir, anong purpose nun? Sir, bakit meron kang COR, meron ka pang ID? 'Di ba? Kasi of course, 'di ba, yung lisensya or yung ID would serve as the immediate proof of being a CPA that is renewable every 3 years. Okay. Sir, paano po yung validity nun? Sir, paano po yung pagbilang nun? O madali lang yan. Ganito lang yan. Gawin natin si Mr. JP. O, di ba? Okay. He was accepted as part of the accountancy profession last October 2019. Let's say. Di ba? So, 2019. Tapos yung 2019, plusan mo ng 3. Okay lang yun. 29 plus 3, that's 2022. Okay, 2022, doon magiging effective yung proposed no, na syllabus. No? So, 2022, di ba? Tapos, ikabit mo yung birthday mo. So, halimbawa, ang birthday ni Mr. Fortunato is February 1. So, he needs to renew his license, okay, on February 1, 2022. Nakuha. Ayan, so I hope it's clear. And then, of course, ito naman, para sa mga foreigners, no? Special or temporary permit. Okay, it will be given to a foreign CPA called for consultation or for a specific purpose. So dito sa tatlong to, mapapansin mo, usually specific purpose lang siya. And then specifically for number 1, okay, dapat there are no local Filipino CPAs who does not have that same level of caliber or expertise. Okay, okay, which warrants us to invite a foreign CPA for that said consultation. Okay? So ano pa sir? Kailan pa siya pwedeng ibigay? Okay. Kaya nga special kasi may special purpose. Number 2, foreign CPA engages as a professor, lecturer, or critic. Pero syempre, limited lang yung practice niya, limited lang yung engagement niya for teaching. Okay? Kasi nga, yun, dun lang siya engage. Kaya sorry, special or temporary permit, no? Bibinata si sir. Ayan, then we also have number 3, foreign CPA who is an internationally recognized expert, okay, or specialization. Ayan. Siyempre, mag-invite tayo ng mga speakers, yan, to share knowledge, di ba? Of course, for the goal of improving our accountancy profession and making us globally competitive. Di ba? O, maganda. O, yan. Okay, na-discuss natin, di ba? Subject overview, RA 9298, di ba? So, this is not exhaustive, di ba? And this is not a replacement, okay, this is not a substitute for you reading the full RA 9298. Pero at least, di ba, we were able to touch some relevant points in RA 9298. Ngayon, anong sunod na question? Okay, for me, ang sunod na question, what's next? Di ba? So, what's next? So, for this portion of my talk, di ba, kumuha ako ng isang sample CPA para mak-present natin yung journey, yung CPA journey, di ba? In pictures, di ba? Kasi mas maganda yung pagkukuwento ng story in pictures, di ba? So, yun, thankfully, meron pumayag, no? So, ito, bigyan natin siya ng sample. Ayan, di ba? Di ba? Fairness, cute siya. 'Di ba? So 'yan, ako po 'yan. Baka nalilito kayo, ako po 'yan. Mas payat lang ng onti yung pisngi. Pero ako po 'yan, okay. So 'yan, that was taken last November 2017, saan po? Sa PICC where I took my, oath-taking ceremony, where I had my oath-taking ceremony. So, sir, sino yung mga kasama mo? Yung kasama ko diyan, okay, that's my brother. So, from left to right, that's my brother, Lou Renier. Okay, so yan. My brother is my inspiration in becoming an accountancy professional. Tsaka idol na idol ko yan kasi he was also the breadwinner of our family. Ayan. Pagkatapos, okay, syempre yung sa gitna, ayan, that's me, di ba? That's the good looking. And then of course, okay, the third one is my mother. Ayan. So yan, so we, ayan. And my brother is also a CPA. Ayan, so yan, we took a post. So yan, background namin PICC. So yan, November 2017. O yan, tapos next, di ba? November 2017, agad-agad, pagkatapos pumasa sa board tsaka mag-oath taking, okay, I had my first job at Deloitte. I entered public practice. Okay? Okay. Through Deloitte, di ba? So yan, new hire ako niyan, di ba? Grabe, no? I think this picture was taken 10 kilograms ago. Di ba? Parang ang payat-payat ko pa dyan. Okay, so yan. So that's me, where I took a selfie. Okay, and I had our office building as background. So our office is located in Bonifacio Global City, BGC Taguig. Ayan, so ayan. So I decided to embark on my journey, on my CPA journey as as an audit associate, as an auditor. Yan, so yan. And yun nga, na-share ko rin kanina yung reasons why, 'di ba? Because of the learning environment that the public practice is providing. Okay. Next, 'di ba? So, whenever you're part of public practice, of course, you would be engaged in various audits, in various services. Yan. So, this is my very first audit engagement team, 'di ba? So, yan. So, yan. We audited in here a consumer goods company. Ayan. Yan. So, yan yung first engagement team ko. Ayan. Mimiss ko na nga sila eh kasi COVID-19 ngayon. Alright. So, yan. Diba? So, whenever you enter the public practice, you would be engaged on various engagements wherein you will audit small and medium enterprises to multinational corporations, and then you would see their best practices. And then, of course, we are rendering our um, services as an auditor wherein we form and express our opinion. Okay, on their financial statements. Yan. Tapos, proceed tayo. Yan. Fast forward, July 2019, I got promoted to senior associate. This is not the picture during my promotion. I just cannot find a picture during my promotion. Maybe I was really so excited that time that I forgot to take a picture. Okay, so yan. So this is one of events with JP as well. So yan. So I got promoted as a senior associate last July 2019. So yan, di ba? So, and then, another experience that I had, okay, with Deloitte is through the SEIA Audit Mobility Program. So I was recently sent to one of our offices in Deloitte, South Asia Pacific, member office, Deloitte Asia Pacific, in Cambodia. So this was taken in Deloitte, Cambodia office. So yan. So yan, pinadala po tayo. And then that was taken last October 2019. O, di ba? O, isang taon lang to, ang bilis ng panahon, di ba? So, yan, October 2019. And then, of course, during my stay there, I also work with various professionals, with various specialists, and then I have also worked with different nationalities. Ayan. And then I conducted audits and reviews and other assurance and non-assurance services. Okay. Uh, as part of their office. So I'm really thankful with Deloitte that they gave me this opportunity wherein I gained relevant technical knowledge and of course the network as well. Ayan. And then of course, share ko na din. Ayan. This is a group photo with one of my DTTKH engagement teams. Ayan. So this is inside Deloitte Cambodia office. Ayan. So ayan, mga engagement team members ko yung mga yan. So kasama ko sila sa team. This was taken March 2020. Kasi yung March 2020 sa Cambodia, ano yun? It's like the April 15 here in the Philippines. That's the statutory deadline of the central bank there. Ayan, National Bank of Cambodia. I audited microfinance institution and commercial banks. So that is really the relevant deadline. March 2020. So yan, makikita nyo, gabi na, still in the office, yan. Pero yan, of course, okay, we had a breakthrough. Diba? So yan, we had a celebration that day. Ayan. And now, October 2020, I'm back. And I already rejoined the Philippines, Deloitte Philippines. And I'm really happy, very happy to be back here in Deloitte Philippines. Ayan. All right. Okay. So yeah. So I just wanted to share my journey as well as a CPA. So it's still a work in progress. I still have a lot of things to do towards becoming exemplary professional as well. So I hope I was able to impart some knowledge to all of you for this morning, and to ignite some inspiration as well in your hearts. Ayan. So before I end the talk, uh, before I end this presentation, I just wanted to share as well the relevant references that I have used for this presentation. And then you could consider it as well for your further reading. Because again, this presentation is not a substitute for you reading the full text of RA 9298. So that's our first reference. So it's the Republic Act number 9298, also known as the Philippine Accountancy Act of 2004. Pagkatapos, another reference that I have is this textbook. Ayan, the textbook on the right, Auditing and Assurance Services, Theory and Principles, 2021 edition. So it was written by Raymond Francis Escala and yours truly, Rein Ronald Bercasio. So yan. Sir, saan ko po mababasa, sir, itong discussion nyo na ito? Okay, so we have a discussion. It's a discussion, not just a reproduction of the law. So it's a discussion portion where, doon sa chapter 3 natin, Practice and Regulation of the Accountancy Profession. Ito siya, oh. Share ko din. Ayan, so it's the book. So ayan. So it's under where? Saan siya, sir? Doon siya sa na-discuss saan? Sa chapter 3 of our book. Practice of Accountancy. So this is chapter 3. And I'm not sure if it's readable, but yeah, it's found there. Ayan. Pagkatapos, guys, bigyan na rin kita ng further notes, no? Okay. On top of RA 9298, of course, don't forget the implementing rules and regulations. Babasahin natin yun, ha? Ayun, nung RA 9298. Pagkatapos, for full appreciation, okay, let us also put in our notes, pakitandaan, to read also Republic Act what? Number 10912, or Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. O yan. So yan, doon natin matututunan yung ating mga CPD requirements. Ayun. So yun, itong RA 10912 or yung CPD Act of 2016, nandun din yan sa chapter 3 ng aming book. So yan, so you could also consider it as a relevant reference. Ayun. So once again, thank you very much, no? So maraming salamat po for having me today and for giving me the opportunity and the avenue to share and impart some knowledge to CPA aspirants like all of you. Diba? Ang dami na natin ngayon right now. Diba? So currently, we are how many here? We are 143 participants, diba? Wow, diba? It's a Sunday morning and ang dami-dami natin right now. Nakakatuwa. Diba? Nakakatuwa. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me here. So yeah.
Indeed, accountancy plays a vital role in the business environment. We have certain organizations in the Philippines that oppose the integrity of our profession through setting requirements, rules and regulations, and such. Thank you, Sir Bercasio, for that knowledgeable discussion about
Thank you,
the practice and
Sanaya.
regulation
Thank you.
of accountancy. And
Thank
for
you.
sharing valuable insights that's beneficial for our career as future certified public accountants. Yes, JPIAns, let's claim it. We will be a CPA. Through hard work and determination, we can make it. So thank you as well, JPIAns, for your active participation during our discussion. Once again, thank you so much, Sir Bercasio.
Maraming salamat din. Thank you very much, Sanaya.
Again, thank you po, Sir Bercasio, for imparting us learnings for us to learn. And truly being in the accountancy profession is really beyond numbers. Our work as future CPAs will help others and especially our society. So time check, it's already 9:33 in the morning, Philippine Standard Time, and we have 148 participants. mula po sa Silayag Federation. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.